we are doing Detroit Lions versus Green Bay Packers analysis, breakdown, and prediction video. We go through everything. Offense for defense, defense versus offense, get all the analysis and data, then give you my thoughts at the very end of what is going to happen. But before we get into today's video, if you decide to go to a garage sale and just pick up an old painting there, bring it home, and you realize you just bought Poppy Flowers, the missing painting from Vincent van Gogh, that is extremely valuable, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we took all things Detroit Lions, news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, you can stumble upon greatness. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get rich. Let's get into today's Lions vs. Packers. The Detroit Lions' final game of the year is on the road. Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. The Lions are underdogs at 4.5, as the favorites is the Green Bay Packers, 4.5 there. The total over and under is 49 points. In all honesty, when you go through everything here, I think it's going to exceed that. I think there's going to be more points than 49 points. In all honesty, I think the Lions can cover as well. 4.5, it just seems a little excessive here regarding what they think the Lions can do. Because if you look at the Lions and Packers, it's generally closer games than that. It's always been that way. So I think they'll cover in that one. I got a question for you guys. Who do you got winning this game? Do you got the Detroit Lions? If so, put DET in the comment section. It's going to be the pinned comment. If you think the Green Bay Packers are going to win, put GB. Curious to see what you think for this game. Let's go ahead and do some matchups here. Lions offense versus the Green Bay Packers defense. Lions offense is doing 27.1 points per game. That's 5th in the NFL. Points allowed per game for the Packers is 21.7, 17th in the NFL. I think that you'll take the over on the points allowed from the Packers defense. Total yards per game, 383.6, 4th in the NFL. Yards allowed per game is 337.4, 18th. I'll take the over on the Packers defense. Passing yards per game, Lions are doing 253.9, 8th in the NFL. Passing yards per game, 195.6, 4th. Definitely taking the over on here. Lions offense can put up some passing yards. Rushing yards per game, Lions are doing 129.7, 11th the NFL. Rushing yards per game, defensively, they're allowed in 141.8. I'll do the over on both. Turnovers, the Lions are +5, 6th in the NFL, and the Packers are +4, 8th in the NFL. Very similar regarding the turnovers for each team. Player you need to watch for the Packers defense is a boy named Preston Smith. Let's call him boy, man, monster himself. He's 6'5", 265, 30 years old. We know who he is. What is he doing this year? He's got 37 solo tackles, 8.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 0 interceptions. He's their leader in sacks. Offensive line, got to come up with a good plan for him when he rushes the passer. He's not the only guy you got to watch for on the Packers defense. Rashawn Gary got 6 sacks. We know who he is from his college. Kenny Clark, 4. Kingsley, 3. Jerron Reed, 2.5. Offensive line, got to have a big game from this one coming up. Lions defense versus Packers offense. Points allowed per game for Lions is 25.7. That's 29th. Points per game on offense is 22. I'll take the over on the Packers offense. Yards allowed per game, 398.7, 32nd in the NFL. Total yards per game, 340.9, 16th. I'll take the over for sure on Packers offense, but under for the Lions defense. Passing yards per game, 249.4, 30th. Passing yards per game, 215.3, 17th. Definitely taking the over on Packers offense, and probably over on the Lions defense. Rushing yards per game, 149.3, 29th in the NFL. Rushing yards per game, a lot on offense, 125.6, 13th. I'll take the over, but under the Detroit Lions. We already know we got to watch for on the Packers offense. That's Aaron Rodgers. but he's not having the statistical season you generally think of when you think of Aaron Rodgers. He's just not. Right now, he's got 349 yards this season with 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 39.4. He's just not like it has been, but that's because they're also running the football quite a bit over there. Aaron Jones, he's played all games except for the one we're playing here, and he's got 201 touches for 1,073 yards, 5.3 average, along a 36, 2 touchdowns. And the Lions' defense has had issues as of recently stopping the run. So really watch Aaron Jones, in all honesty. I think that is a player that Aaron Glenn must really scheme around so that he don't run all over us, because it opens everything up for the Packers offense. Again, pinned comment, who do you got in this game? You got the Lions, put DET for Detroit. You got Green Bay, put GB for the Packers. Let's go ahead and look what the Packers done so far this season. Week 1, they took an L to the NFC North champions, 7-23. They defeated the Chicago Bears, who were really bad, 27-10. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not having a great year, 14-12 and an odd one. They defeated the New England Patriots, whom the Lions lost to, 27-24. They took an L to the New York Giants in that game, 22-27. Continue on here. They took an L to the New York Jets, who we beat 10-27. They took an L to Washington, who we beat 21-23. They took an L to Buffalo, who we lost to 17-27. They obviously lost to the Detroit Lions in an odd one, 9-15 score. They defeated the Dallas Cowboys in a wild game, 31-28. We move on here. They took an L to the Tennessee Titans, mixed team, 17-27. Took an L to Philadelphia, 33-40. Defeated and swept the Chicago Bears, 28-19. Defeated the Rams, 24-12. And defeated the Miami Dolphins, 26-20. And last week they demolished the NFC North champions, 41-17, in a freaking game that mauled those guys. Folks, do you know how much subscriptions really do cost? Most Americans think that they're only spending around $80 a month, when in actual, it's around $200 a month. That's right, you could be saving a lot more money off something that you wouldn't even think about by moving subscriptions that you don't even normally use. There's an app that I love using. It's called Rocket Money, formerly of Truebill. This app shows all your subscriptions in one place, and when cancels whenever you don't still want, Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you don't know you're paying for. You may even not know that you're getting double charged for a subscription. Absolutely unacceptable there. To cancel subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest for you. Simple to use. So go ahead and get rid of these useless subscriptions by going to Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/LionsTalk. Go to rocketmoney.com/LionsTalk. Seriously, you can save hundreds of dollars per year. Support this channel by supporting the sponsor of this channel, rocketmoney.com/LionsTalk. Let's talk about some injuries that always impact the game here. Both teams are really healthy. The Packers are healthy. They got Nixon, defensive back, dicked up a little bit. They got Christian Watson, dinged up a little bit at wide receiver. He should play in this game. The Lions are the same thing here. Deshon Elliot may play in this game. We don't know. That's the question mark. Justin Jackson probably won't play in this game. Maybe he will. I'd say it's kind of doubtful. Frank Ragnow will play. Josh Woods, Kawusu Awasika, it doesn't really matter, but he's dinged up. Those two players, it has really no significance for this game. What to watch for in this game? I got 5 things that we got to watch for the Detroit Lions and what they need to do. They need to run the football effectively, just like they did against the Bears. It's going to be cold, Lambeau Field. The Packers defense can give up rushing yards. We got a two-headed monster in Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift. Run the football, stick with the run, even if it's failing early. You'll have an opportunity at the end of the game to really start to put it on them if you're effective fully throughout quarters 1, 2, and 3. Stay aggressive. The Lions got to stay aggressive. The Packers can score on a dime. I think it's really important that Ben Johnson comes up with a great game plan. Stay aggressive. Don't just do run, pass, punt. pass, run, mix it up. I want to see both, obviously, but just be aggressive. Also, there's going to be some times, I think, in fourth down, you're going to have to go for it. Dan Campbell, Mr. Gamble himself, will do that. We know that. I think he'll do that. And do some trick plays. Well, we love some trick plays in there. We've seen it, obviously, with Aidan Hutchinson sitting on the sideline and picking off Justin Fields in that fun one there. Stay aggressive, though. Absolutely. We got to stop Aaron Jones. I think that's really important for the Detroit Lions. He is their offense. I talked about it already before. Stop him. Do not turn the football over. Jamal Williams, I'm looking at you. Please, please, please do not turn the football over in any way, shape, or form. The Green Bay Packers, they thrive off turnovers. That's how they've won this 4-game winning streak. They're taking advantage of it, picking Tua off multiple times, picking Kirk Cousins off multiple times. Good with the football. And that's same with you, Jared Goff. You've done a phenomenal job. If it's not there, just throw it away. Live for another down. No need to force it. We got to match Christian Watson. I think that is extremely important. Right now on offense, he is the guy who is making some big plays. He really is. And we need to do an effective job right now towards stopping him. So get your best corners on him. Maybe put a safety on him by double teaming him. That's perfectly fine, but get the job done. I have the Detroit Lions winning 27-23 in a close game, final drive type of game. I think both teams are going to fight their tails off. Lions just got a little bit more firepower, and the media seems to be bagging on them a little bit this week and giving a lot of love to the Packers. Come in with a little bit of motivation there. Find me on all these social media sites, LNU, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Get it done, folks. Adios.